Welcome back to the channel, everyone. On this episode, we're going to be getting the buggy ready for powder coat, get it strapped down to the trailer, and we're going to get this engine cleaned up. The rat's nest of wiring on there.
Look at this mess.
Oh, goodness. So today we're going to get this cleaned up. We're going to get all this wiring off of here. We're going to get all this grease and grime and nastiness. Try some of this stuff, engine degreaser, see if that's going to get her all cleaned up.
And the oven cleaner too.
Oh yeah. And then for backup, we'll use the easy off heavy duty. So Jeff's got all the tabs mounted, finish welded in place, ground down. And he is now working on the window nets that we need for racing. So he's also got floor nuts welded in for the floor skins. These were a pain in the ass to get out before because there was no nuts welded on the bottom, so now he's got some nuts welded on there. Easy removal.
Yep.
All right, so we got the motor all cleaned up. Looks good now. There was a lot of grease and grime on this thing. She was dirty. Looks way better now. Jeff's just getting the passenger side window net mount in place.
Does that look about right?
Yeah, it looks about right. Should be able to get to it easy. About the same as this one.
Just make it the same angle.
This video is pretty much just a whole bunch of cleaning and getting parts ready for when we want to reassemble everything. Right now, Jeff's tackling the starter.
Gunk upon gunk here.
But we got the transfer case all cleaned up. This thing is beautiful. Love this thing. And after making some marks on it and giving it a couple turns, we have determined that the gear ratio is 3.8 to 1. Super low, as low as these cases will let us go. So we can't go any lower than it is. But if we want to go faster, we can get some taller gearing. It's box time, it's box time. Time to open this box. Today! Paper was cheap, apparently. Oh my goodness. And what is that?
The self-centering rear steer sensor. Top of the brackets like that.
Something like that. So that's your auto recenter, so it brings it back to center.
Two sensors go in that port, and there's a little shuttle in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the cable attaches it, connected to that shuttle. It moves back and forth, and your sensor knows where your tires are.
Cool.
Beautiful.
Beautiful piece. Whoop! When Jeff got this buggy, he was told that it had a TH 400, and this is a 350.
350,
Yeah. He was told that in the transfer case, it was a 3-to-1.
Yep.
It's a 3.8 to 1. In the diffs, we were told that there was 410s.
Yep.
And there was
373s.
373s.
The guy didn't know shit. And look at some of the welds on this thing. I'll tell you everything.
Some of the welds that have been added on through the past.
Well, our link brackets, cut and grind all the old welds off, and then re-welded a lot of the brackets on.
So this thing's been modified quite a bit from original. That's not the original transmission mount. This transmission's been changed at some point in time along with the transfer case. All right, so while Jeff is outside getting the trailer ready, I'm going to do a final inspection. So we're going to go over every little inch of this frame. You can see where he's already found some cracks and fixed those. But we're looking for cracks, imperfections, anything before we send it to powder coat. This is the last look at it. Last good look at her all. And then we load it up on the trailer and she goes south. Final inspection time. A lot of these road rash stuff we're not too worried about, but any cracks in the welds, as you can see, some of these welds, like this one, missed the whole pipe completely. Not sure what happened there. Right, so after hours and hours of going over this thing and cleaning up all the little nicks and dents, scrapes.
Is it ready?
Is it ready?
I don't know, you answer that.
That's the question.
I think we covered everything though.
Got her mostly done.
All the brackets are fully welded, all the little nicks and all that stuff is all filled in. Ready for paint?
Ready for paint. Ready to load onto the trailer.
A few moments later.
There she is,
Ready to go.
strapped to the trailer, heading south. Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
2 or 3 weeks, they said, to do it. Next up is cleaning the wiring harness. Look at this mess.
Oh my goodness.
Fuck.
Oh man.
God.
This is where I leave. Oh, so everything's just covered in oil too. It's all just gross. So getting this all cleaned up is going to be a big,
Major task.
major task. And
Here's the engine, fuel rails, fuel injectors.
top of the engine stuff
Oh, look at this shit.
goes down here. It's all coil wrapped up. These are the dash. This has got to come apart, get powder coated. So we all got it kind of laid out now. And rear steer stuff, main power, fuel rails, engine control.
New wire loom will do.
Clean it.
Get rid of all this old crusty stuff.
How many more weekends do we have to do this? Little played out of being in this shop every weekend, but it's getting old,
4
and
months. Oh, it's
We'll be-
cold winter out.
we're gonna be super pumped when this thing comes back.
Yes. It'll be
'Cause
worth it.
it'll be time to put it together. This engine and tranny cleaned up so nice. We're gonna paint this. We're gonna paint those. Finish the front axle welding. Paint the rear axle. These are gonna be powder coated. There's a bunch of parts over there that have to be sandblasted and powder coated. Lots of work to do. Stay tuned. Catch you next week.